Hello, friends, and happy Friday. Welcome to today's countdown lesson. You know what to do. So let's go ahead and climb aboard the spaceship. We're going to the moon. Hurry and get ready. We're going to blast off soon. Put on your helmet and buckle up tight. Here comes the countdown, so count down with all your might. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Blast off into learning to read with Countdown, friends. Let's go ahead and begin. Where today we're going to do something very different. This is new for us, kindergartners. Today we're going to add a sound to the end of some words. So listen to my word, she. Let's finger stretch the word she. Sh, e. Okay. Now I'm going to add a new sound to the end of she. So first let's get sh, e up here. Now I'm going to add a new sound, p, to the end of she. So I just added a new color tile since we're adding a new sound. So let's see let's see what the new word is. Ready? Sh, e, p. The new word is sheep. Our word is sheep. Did you hear the new sound p at the end? Let's stretch out all the sounds in sheep together. Ready? Sh, e, p. Sheep. Good, let's try another one. Listen to my word, lay. Now let's stretch out the sounds in the word lay. Ready? O, A. Ready? Let's see it with some color tiles. O, A. Now I'm going to add a new sound at the end of the word. I'm going to add k to the end of the word lay. So I just added a new color tile. Let's see what this new word is. We're going to blend it. O, A, K. Oh, did you hear the new word? Lake. And the word is lake. Did you hear the K at the end of lake? I did too. All right, so now let's go ahead and stretch the sounds in our new word lake. Here we go. O, A, lake. Good for you, friends. Now we're going to do a new word, and our word is be. So let's go ahead and stretch the sounds in B, e, and put some color tiles down. E. Now we're going to add a n to the end of B. So let's go ahead and add n. So there's a new color tile for that. Now let's stretch the sounds, or let's blend the sounds. B, E, N. And the word is bean. Bean. Good for you. Did you hear that n at the end of our new word bean? Good for you. I did too. So let's go ahead and stretch the sounds in our new word bean. B, E, N. Bean. Good for you, friends. All right, our next word is tie. Let's stretch the sounds in tie. T, I, and let's use some color tiles. T, I. Now to tie, I'm going to add a sound at the end, and it's going to be the sound So let's add another tile. Now let's blend the sounds. Ready? T, I, try it again. I'm. What's our new word? Good for you. Time. Did you hear the at the end of time? Good for you. I did too. Let's stretch the sounds in time. T, I, time. Okay, let's try it with another word. This time we're going to do the word boy. Let's stretch the sounds in boy. B, boy. And let's represent that with some color tiles. So boy. And this time we're going to add an O to the end. And then let's go ahead and blend the sounds. Oy, o. Let's try it again. Oy, o. What's our new word? Good for you, boil. When you put some water on the stove and you turn up the heat, it starts to bubble and boil when it gets really hot. So our new word is boil. Did you hear the new sound ol at the end? I did too. So let's blend the sounds. Boil, good for you, boil. And let's stretch the sounds. Boil, boil. All right, let's do another one. This time our word is key. Let's blend the sounds in key. Let's stretch those sounds. E, good for you. And let's see those with the color tiles. So E, and then I'm going to add the sound P to the end. So we just added another tile. So let's blend those sounds. K-eep. K-eep. What's the new word? Good for you, keep. And let's go ahead and blend, stretch those sounds. Ready? K-eep, keep. Good job. We made a new word by adding a sound to the end of key and making it keep. Let's try one more. My word is knee. Help me stretch the sounds in knee. Ready? N, E. Okay, and let's use some color tiles for those sounds. N, E. Now we're going to add a sound at the end, and that sound is D. So we need another tile. Now let's blend those sounds. N, E, D. Try it again. N, E, D. What's the new word? Good for you. Need, need. And did you hear the D at the end? The new sound, D. Good for you. So our new word is need. Let's go ahead and stretch out the sounds in need. N, E, D. Need. Good for you, friends, adding that new sound at the end. So now we're ready for our second game of countdown, where we're going to do some sorting. So friends, over here on the left, what is the first sound in jump? Good for you. We hear the J sound at the beginning of J, jump. And the J sound is spelled with a letter J. And over here we have, on the right, we have zipper. What's the first sound in zipper? Good for you. I heard it too, the Z sound. And when we write the Z sound down, we need the letter Z. All right, let's see our first one we're going to sort. Here we have jacket. Say jacket. What sound do you hear at the beginning of jacket? Good for you. I heard it too. I hear the J sound. So are we going to sort it to the J as in jump or the Z as in zipper? Good for you. It is going to go over to J as in jacket. Jacket. All right, here we have juice. What sound do you hear at the beginning of juice? Good for you. I heard it too. I hear J in juice. So are we going to sort juice over to the J like in jump or the Z like in zipper? Good for you. It's going to go over to the J because J is for juice. Juice. Here we have zucchini. What sound do you hear at the beginning of zucchini? Good for you. I heard it too. Z, zucchini. So are we going to sort zucchini over to the J as in jump or Z as in zipper? Good for you. It needs to go to the Z. Z is for zucchini. Here we have jelly beans. What sound do you hear at the beginning of jelly beans? Good job. We heard the J sound. Are we going to sort it to J for jump or Z for zipper? Good for you. It needs to go over to the J as in jelly beans. All right. Here we have jet. What sound do you hear at the beginning of jet? Good for you. I heard it too. We hear the J sound. So where are we going to sort jet? Is it going to go over to the J for jump or the Z for zipper? Good for you. It needs to go to the J for jump. Here we have the zoo. What sound do you hear at the beginning of zoo? Good for you. I heard it too. We hear the Z at the beginning of Z, zoo. So are we going to sort it to the J for jump or the Z for zipper? Good job. It's going to go over to Z for zipper. So let's do one more. Here we have a race car and it is zooming. So what sound do you hear at the beginning of zoom? Good job. We hear Z at the beginning of Z, zoom. Are we going to sort it over to the J as in jump or the Z as in zipper? Good for you. We need it to go over to the letter Z. So here we have J is for jump, J jacket, J juice, J jelly beans, and J jet. Here we have Z as in zipper, Z zucchini, Z zoo, and Z zoom. Good job, friends. Now we have a second sort. We're over here on the left. We see the picture of wave. What sound do you hear at the beginning of wave? Good job. I heard it too. I hear w at the beginning of wave, and that's made by the letter W. W is for wave, wave. And over here we have hammer. What sound do you hear at the beginning of hammer? Good for you. We hear ha as in ha, hammer, and that's made by the letter H. So H is for hammer, ha, hammer. Let's do some sorting. Here we have watermelon. What sound do you hear at the beginning of watermelon? Good job. We hear w as in watermelon. Do we sort it over here to the w as in wave or the H as in ha, hammer? Good job. It needs to go to the W as in watermelon. Here we have hospital. What sound do you hear at the beginning of hospital? Nice job. We hear ha at the beginning of hospital. Do we sort it to the W as in wave or the H as in hammer? Good for you. It needs to go over to the letter H. Hospital begins with the letter H. Here we have a wagon. What sound do you hear at the beginning of wagon? Good for you. We hear w as at the beginning of wagon. Do we need to sort it to W as in wave or H as in hammer? Good job. It goes over to W. Here we have a wig. What sound do you hear at the beginning of wig? Good for you. I heard it too. We hear w at the beginning of wig. Do we sort it to the W as in wave or the H as in hammer? Good for you. It goes over to the W. And here we have a heart. What sound do you hear at the beginning of heart? We hear at the beginning of heart. Do we sort it to the W as in wave or the H as in hammer? Good for you. It goes over to H as in heart. Let's do our W words. We have W is for wave, watermelon, wagon, and wig. Over here we have H is for hammer, hospital, and heart. Good job, friends, with your sorting. We have one more game to go. And here, friends, we are going to spell the first sound of some words. So say jam. Good for you. We see some strawberry jam here. Now we are going to be thinking about which of these, well, first let's think about what sound do we hear at the beginning of jam. Good, we hear j at the beginning of jam. And now we have to think which of these letters makes the j sound. Okay, good for you. I want you to point to it and then say its name. Good, we're going to point to letter J and say its name. J says j, as in jam. Okay, here we have wig. What sound do we hear at the beginning of wig? Good, we hear w at the beginning of wig. Now let's go ahead and look for a letter that makes the w sound. I want you to point to it and say its name. Good for you, we're pointing to the W. W says w, as in wig. Here we have 6. What sound do you hear at the beginning of 6? Good for you, we hear the s sound. Now let's go ahead and point to the letter that says s and say its name. Good for you, we're going to point to the S And S says as in 6. All right, let's do another one. Here we have kid. What sound do you hear at the beginning of kid? Good for you. We hear the k sound. Now let's go ahead and look for a letter that says k and say its name. Good job. We point here. K says k as in kid. Kid. Let's do one more. Here we have leg. What sound do you hear at the beginning of leg? We hear O at the beginning of leg. So let's point to the letter that says O and say its name. Good for you. We point here. L says O as in O leg. Boys and girls, good for you and all of your hard work during Countdown today. You deserve a confetti celebration. You did a wonderful job. You've had a wonderful week of learning, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time here on Countdown.